Welcome back, everybody. It's been 2 years since the last time we had a look at these Viberg boots. So I bought these new in January of 2020. That's when they arrived, or that's when they were finished building them in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Made a video, an unboxing video of the boots at that time. And I've been wearing them ever since at work. And like so many things, um, there was some question about what the value is of these boots. Of course, they're really expensive Vibergs. They're really well made, but how do they stand up to use? So it's been 2 years. I work outside, just to give you a sense of the kind of use these boots get. I work outside on asphalt a lot of the time, concrete a lot of the time, um, in on the forest floor, a lot of clay, and living on Vancouver Island, it rains 6 months of the year for sure. A lot of water. These boots have seen a heck of a lot of water, and I've also climbed a lot in these boots. So I used to work as an arborist a couple days a week for an arborist company, and I learned to climb with those guys, and I did a bunch of climbing. So if you look closely, there's some spur marks where I spurred my boot by accident in small tops and stuff like that, where you have just a little, not a lot of real estate to work with. And anyway, so that's what those are from. I've done some recreational work in these too. There's a slice kind of in the toe right there. I think it looks worse than it is. It's not actually very deep. I think I have one in each toe actually. Those are from a picaroon. My wife thinks that's a made up name, but it's basically like a pulp wood hook sort of deal. Anyways, picking up firewood with it, pieces like swinging near my feet all the time, and I managed to do it to both sides of the, excuse me, or both boots. So that's what those are. The rest of it, I couldn't tell you what the rest of it is. No saw bites, so that's good. But yeah, this is what they look like. So yeah, I worked in arboriculture a bit, for about a year part-time. I was doing that on the weekends. And the rest of the time it was, they would see a lot of water, lots of puddles, low areas, lots of clay. You can probably actually find clay on these boots. It's, at the end of the day, it's not uncommon for me to have clay up this high on these guys. When I go in for a break or whatever, into the building, I hose these boots off outside. That's what everyone does. Usually use gum boots, but yeah, you can see there's some clay hiding down there. So these get wet every single day. I use open offs on them, this stuff. Not super frequently. It depends on usage and the time of the year, but every, I don't know, couple months, I guess, or when they feel like the leather is stiffening up a little bit, especially down here where it bends, I'll give them a pretty heavy helping of that stuff with my hand. And that's pretty much all I do with them. I clean them off just with water and a brush or whatever, and then I just put that stuff on it. So anyways, like I said, I wanted to show what these boots look like after 2 years. So it has been 2 years, just about on the nose, or about a month shy here. So the leather looks really good. Break-in, it's hard to say. I feel like it was a couple months before they were really comfortable. I did take out the insole that came in them originally, and I put in just another one from Cabela's or whatever. But that was pretty recently. So I rode those out for about 2 years, and they were fine. They're pretty compressed. They're just like a man-made material. I don't know what they were, but yeah, so you can see the tread is pretty evenly worn, quite a bit on the toe. The Viberg 100, or the Vibram 100 outer soles, or the bottoms, what you're looking at right now, they're quite, the tread is quite deep on them. And so although there's quite a bit left, there might have been twice as much of that as that when we started. So they're definitely wearing down. You can see on the heel, where I strike with my foot, it's getting down. So that's after 2 years. I definitely do a lot of walking, a lot of walking. Sometimes I walk all day. Sometimes I'm in a machine all day. So it just depends. It's a wide variety of work, I guess, but generally outside on the ground. So this is what they look like. And I thought this might be interesting for some of you. It depends on where you live and what you use on your boots and what kind of work you do, but this is what they look like um, after the 2 years. So for anyone out there that's wondering, I think I probably take a little better care of these maybe than the average guy, but um, I'm not sure about that. If you spend maybe $500 or $600 on boots, maybe the average guy does take a little bit better care. These have been really good. I've never had anything puncture through the soles into my foot, um, which has been amazing because I walk on all kinds of stuff, some pretty nasty stuff. And these are not, I wouldn't call them waterproof. I've been in water high enough to go over the top. These are 6-inch tops, and I haven't felt it come in. But the trick to that is you've got to push the Obanoffs into these cracks along the welt kind of thing, because otherwise water can sneak in there, and they're just leather boots, like they're not gum boots. I wouldn't treat them that way, but if you're really diligent with applying the Obanoffs or whatever you use, something thick, the seams on these boots are really good. So there's been times where I haven't gotten water in until it's come over the top. We've had some flooding here in the last couple of weeks, really severe flooding in British Columbia, and there were some pipes to be cleared and stuff like that, and I probably should have been wearing gum boots, but I wasn't, and these were actually good, like I said, until the water came over the top. But one thing I will say is these are the original leather laces that came with them, and I believe these laces were I believe they were intended for like a full height boot, like something like these guys. There's quite a bit bigger. So you have quite a bit of extra lace there. And I don't know the number of times that I've broken these laces. I think probably 3 times each. This one's actually even shorter. So, like I'm missing an eyelet there. I didn't go through it. I skipped every second one. And I believe, although I don't know, I could have just gotten a bad set of laces, but I suspect that it's the Obanoffs is maybe softening the laces to the point where they're more susceptible to breaking. And again, I don't know that. That's something that I've heard, and I don't know if that's true or not. That's just one particular set of laces. It's 2 years down the line. I still have them. I think that's pretty good, but they should be replaced. So anyways, I hope that's of interest to you guys. Like I said, it's been 2 years. This is what they look like. Obviously, they haven't been resold or anything like that. Nothing rebuilt. And yeah, so I hope that gives you some sense of the mileage you might get out of these boots. Again, your mileage may vary. Everyone's different. I'm 6 feet tall and about 220 pounds. I'm fairly heavy, if that gives you a sense. And like I said, I'm outside most of the time. So I hope that gives you some sense of the mileage that you might get out of these boots, and might help inform some decision making for you when it comes to buying your next set of boots, if you're interested in Vibergs. Thanks very much.